Today I'm going to talk to you about developing powerful assessments, and I'm going to review some points with you, but basically this video is a little bit of a how to get started with assessments and the design and implementation. So first, we're going to talk about what the word powerful means when we say powerful assessments. And it's not necessarily, the stats, how well your students do on a test, but if you are actually assessing for the kinds of things that you'd like to see. And a lot of faculty trainers, developers, instructional designers want to see those higher level types of achievements from their students. So are they able to take that information that I gave them and synthesize it into a new solution? Are they able to apply it in a certain way? So that's what I mean by powerful. I mean that it gives you a great indication of whether what you've been teaching or training is actually being used in the way that you imagined it would be used. And what I like to move on to is grading, and how a lot of people consider it a dirty word. And the way it's kind of a naive thing when you start getting into the kind of educational type profession, because, and I've been there myself, is having this kind of dream that students will always want to do things because they want to, because they're intrinsically motivated, so really we don't want to talk about grading because that's not why they're doing it. Well, reality bites, and what happens is you realize that you will get the question, is this for grades? Am I getting graded on this? Is this of any value? And unfortunately you have to address grading. And the reason is because it is very important. You are measuring the standards of not only against other courses or of comprehension or integration, but also how well your students are progressing. So grades are an indication of how well they're doing and if they're improving. So grading is not a dirty word, it's a great word. You just have to do assessments the right way. So a lot of people, and grading when it relates to this, we're going to the next point, is teaching to assessments. So a lot of people don't want to say, or don't want to teach to the test. And that's been a big no-no. We don't teach to the test. You don't have to teach to the test. When you've designed the course with the assessments in mind, the teaching doesn't become about teaching to the test. The teaching becomes about supporting the activities and supporting the learners in getting a fabulous result. So at the end, what you're doing is you're solidifying your learning outcomes, what you want to achieve, what kind of things you want the students to walk away with, and the assessments really become what they do is they answer this question: how is a student going to prove to me that they've mastered these learning goals? How are they going to manifest that? And so what happens as a result is, when you think about the assessment part of it as the student trying to prove to you that they've mastered something, you will then develop great content, because the content then becomes this support medium that is there to help the student achieve their goals. And the other part is that you have to consider around assessments is that you wouldn't have somebody watch a video of a dancer and then 3 weeks from then have them watch more and more videos and then have them actually just dance for you. They didn't have that aspect of practice and feedback. So when you're thinking about your assessments, you have to think about what kind of support mechanisms, what kind of opportunities for practice to prove that they know it will be in place for them to get the assessment part. And that's where your great content comes in, is that the content is also integrated with really good activities and opportunities for people to practice getting to that final stage of where they actually have to dance, or whatever else they're doing. Anyways, I scratched the surface once again. There'll be more links provided on our blog, and if you found this helpful and interesting, or you have any comments, please post them on the video. And I hope you visit us at eLearner Engaged, and see you next time.